crowd is completely behind you, but he'll face a stern test from the Algerian Abdalli.
Absolutely, Yahya Abdalli, who has competed at a couple military world games, won gold at 60 kilograms in 2015. He took the bronze last year at the military world games, and so he will present a stern test. Matar Sambu, an interesting story, based in England these days.
Yeah, and back in the day when he was the British, the former heavyweight, world heavyweight champion David Haye, had a chance, Sambu had a chance to meet the Haymaker years ago when he was back in Senegal training, and Haye caught one of his fights and took a fancy to his style and said, hey, why don't you move to the UK? We can provide proper facilities, and you have a chance to grow into your potential. And so here we are. He moved to Kent and the southeast of England, and you know it's like a storybook. You don't really. You'd say, oh yeah, okay, sure, but this has happened.
It has.
It's crazy.
He had a couple of professional fights in England, and then switched to the sort of semi-pro circuit. Didn't quite make it in the professional ranks, but he is known as a hard hitter. He's got the nickname of Tiger, and he'll be hoping to deliver for the home nation this evening, but he is against a capable opponent.
They say that he is a byproduct of commitment and one of the toughest big punching stars in the weight category. So we'll have to keep an eye on the left and the right, as will Abdalli.
A couple of wild swings from Sambu. Sambu looks to be a southpaw, looks to be leading with the right.
Yep.
Haven't seen too many southpaws so far.
And he's looking to unload, isn't he?
He is. Not landing too much there, just got a bit rough there. Trying to rough up the Algerian. Delhi just quicker there to the punches. A bit messy some of Sambu's work, but they start to trade now in the corner. This will get the crowd going. Delhi just steps back, trying to make room for his shots. Just lands a left inside there.
It's more of a hook, the left of Sambu.
It is.
It's a lot of his punches are roundhouses, I'd call them.
Yeah, there's body shot from Abdalli, which you could hear.
Yeah.
Sambu wants to get inside, wants to rough this one up. Being told to just keep his head up. Really wants to just charge forward and give Abdalli plenty to think about.
Again, another first round that's tough to score.
Absolutely.
Last 30 seconds coming here.
Sure if there was a little clash of heads there. Sambu seems to be pointing at his head. Abdalli landing with a couple of decent shots. Sambu looking a little exposed at this stage. Abdalli, bit of holding and hitting there, which the referee didn't spot. Abdalli showing he can play it a bit rough as well.
Yes.
Dying seconds of the opening round.
Some wild offerings from Sambu. And that'll do it. Now it's up to the 5 to see what they saw.
I think you're going to let me do this, aren't you, Tom? You're not helping me at all.
I just tiptoed right out of this.
I think Abdalli took that round.
Okay.
I think.
I agree on all 5 cards. I'm pinning you down.
I will say yes. tentatively.
I'm going to, based on the law of averages, I'm going to say that Sambu's going to win 1 round and maybe 2 because of the home crowd. Maybe there's a different view.
Abdeli gets it on all 5.
And there you go.
I'm not sure if the crowd have seen that. I think they should be able to see that, but there doesn't seem to be much of a reaction. And but Sambu is behind on all 5 scorecards. And as we get underway in round 2, and so Sambu up against it.
If you're Abdeli, you've weathered that initial emotional storm that you thought might be an issue with the crowd, and Sambu being able to, maybe get them going and rise above a little bit. But so far, it's mission accomplished through round 1.
Absolutely. I think the old silence the crowd,
goodness.
and there's a knockdown. Wow.
And I think he's okay. He knows he got caught. There was that look where he said, yeah.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
And Abdeli
now
shown what he can do. Sambu is determined. He's going to keep coming forward, though. He knows this is his shot at the Olympic Games.
Yeah, this is it. And he can't hold back now. He's already behind in the round, and that knockdown will take a lot out of him.
There's another big shot.
Wow. That's sneaky power, isn't it?
It is. It's really, really effective from Abdeli. A knockdown and a standing 8.
It may be that because Sambu's off balance that the shots score more, and now he's going right in there. We've not seen a stoppage.
We haven't yet on ring B, and he's going for the finish here. 1 more standing 8 count would do it.
Oh my goodness.
Sambu is hitting back and lands a big left himself.
Yes.
He's not out of this yet.
This is a...
Abdeli needs to be careful.
Yeah, he's worked himself maybe back to get through the round.
Sambu going to the body. Just over a minute to go, so there's time. Referee did shout break, and Sambu landed a sneaky one there. Time out. Oh, I think we've lost. Have we lost the gum shield? I think we have. It's Abdeli's. No,
it's not his.
It's Sambu's mouth guard.
That's not mine.
Sambu gets a bit more of a breather. It's back in place.
Well, Sambu came out with fury, and he's been backed off now for going on 5, almost 6 minutes.
Did, and he came out with fury in this round and ended up on the seat of his pants.
And then a standing 8, so
40 seconds to go in round 2. Big shots again from Abdeli, who looks a pretty solid citizen.
But we have talked about a puncher's chance, and according to legend, Sambu is a big puncher, but right now he's on the other end. There's another right hand.
Sambu still in this, only just. We have mentioned the 10-point must system. There goes the bell, a couple of shots landed after it. 10-point must system. That's definitely a 10-8, could even be a 10-7.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a knockdown and a standing 8.
It was the biggest round difference we've seen, I think, in 2 days. Just the domination and, again, just so methodical and sneaky power.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like he's throwing heavily, but it landing.
That
was right
down. And he caught his man slightly off balance.
Yeah.
And that was the same shot. And Sambu unable to defend. I think this is the standing 8 coming up. But Abdeli well on top. Winner of this faces Cabo Saichiro of Botswana, and 10-8s all round.
No surprise there.
No.
Could have been even more, maybe, but still, barring a knock, well, you'd have to stop him now, wouldn't he?
He would.
Sambu.
I think so. And he has that reputation from his time in England. He's a heavy hitter. He's going to need to pull something out of the fire here.
Algeria has 6 Olympic medals in boxing, 1 gold in 1996.
That was Africa's last gold in boxing, Hossein Soltani.
Yep, and no medals since then. Senegal, no medals. Their last Olympic boxer was way back in 2000.
It's the Northern African countries with good reputation in boxing. Mohamed Rabi winning Africa's only medal in Rio 2016. From Morocco.
No, if you're, well, oh my goodness! I was just about to say it was a slip.
Okay. Yeah, he just
that if you're Abdallah, the only thing that can happen is if you get on the wrong end of one of those haymakers.
Crowd was certainly excited. it was one of those where he hit him, but it was Abdallah was on the turn, and he just kind of, it was half a push, half a slip, half a punch. That's 1.5. But yeah, you know what I mean. It was. It wasn't a knockdown. That's all of it. It's got the crowd interested. That will get Sambu's adrenaline going again. That's a lovely right through the guard from Abdallah. He has shown some good skills and some good power. And there's a left.
Oh.
Sambu looked like he was off balance, got back on solid ground, and then
he's
came forward again.
Deceptively powerful from both sides. And then there's the balance issue, which I think doesn't help Sambu.
No, he's chasing this contest. He has to take some risks, and Abdallah, you can see that was a wild swing, but before then the footwork was nice. And just needs to stay out of trouble for these final 37 seconds. And a place in the last 16 will be his. Matar Sambu, he's tried hard, but he has been outgunned, outgunned and outclassed here. 10 seconds to go. He will give it everything.
He has kept coming forward, hasn't he? Despite the onslaught. Despite running into rights and lefts, he just did what he could for his home country's fans.
And they've appreciated it, but I think they all know what's coming. This man, Yahya Abdallah from Algeria.
Very impressed with his work.
Absolutely.
Again, he wasn't like throwing from his hip. He wasn't, loading up apparently, but his shots were stiff and direct, and they didn't take long before they started to really hurt Sambu, and then we saw the knockdown and then the standing 8 in the second round.
Yep, dominant performance from Abdallah. The crowd, they'll be disappointed with the result, but they seem to enjoy themselves, and there was a bit of cheering at the end.
They were ready for more.
They were.
If they could have. They enjoyed the slip near knockdown, and not a knockdown, but the slip. And they were doing what they could to help Sambu, but just too much from the man in blue. Very interesting to see how Abdallah fares in 3 days' time as he moves forward.
He's up against a boxer from Botswana, Cabo Seichiro.
Botswana dealing with some health issues. They caught a bug coming in, and it's affected training. So I don't know exactly what the situation. And again, it's 3 days from now, so you would anticipate that illness from a day or two ago or 3 days ago wouldn't matter, but you never know.